Hey guys, it's Griffin. I'm going to be showing you how to do marketing on Threads for OnlyFans in 2025. Now, this is my six-figure strategy. I want to talk about how Threads is one of the easiest platforms that people get confused, people overcomplicate. It's actually a really easy platform once you understand it. Now, this is a screenshot from a model we signed 5 weeks ago. She was a very kind of, I'm not going to say low quality model, but she definitely didn't have the potential as other models. But we figured why not just throw her on Threads, do low energy, and just see what comes out. As you can see, before we signed her in February and March, she was around that $800 mark. But once we signed her in April, she hit 2.5K, around 600 to 700 from Threads, and the rest from chatting. And this month in May, she surpassed $5,000. About 1,600 of that came from chatting, the rest came from messages, or excuse me, the 1,600 came from Threads, and the rest came from messages. But between these two platforms, it's one of the easiest things to leverage, and people get it so confused. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down your account setup, your main and organic accounts, how to run them, how to do comment baiting on Threads, a mass follow tool that I think is very beneficial, and then also a way to create guaranteed traffic in Threads. So make sure to watch to the end because that is fucking crazy. So account setup. Do we need proxies? Do we need VPNs? And how do we warm them up? First off, Threads is simple, all right? Don't overcomplicate it. When creating Threads accounts, do it as you would any other account. If you're doing organic, you don't need proxies. A lot of people in this industry of OnlyFans management seem to have a tendency of consistently overcomplicating things for no reason. Listen, if you are on proxies, the only reason that should be is if you are outside of the US. And even if you are outside of the US, you can still target the US if you're in a different country without using proxies. Now, as far as a VPN, fuck no, don't use that. To give you a little bit more information on how I personally set these things up, I run them all off iPhones, either create the account on iPhone or anti-detect web browser. But I have people that I coach and teach that literally run them off their Wi-Fi, multiple accounts, and have no issues. So when creating Threads accounts, don't overcomplicate it. Don't try and think you need every proxy in the world to create multiple accounts. You don't. It's a really simple platform at the end of the day. And to boost these accounts, there's not really things that you can do off the rip as far as just having a solid Instagram account behind that Threads one. But if you don't have that, then just follow this procedure for the warm up. So on day one, you're going to want to you're going to want to trying to buy a chat box. You're going to want to comment on things, but you're not going to post. No posting is going to be done on day one. Day two is going to be the same thing, but you can post 2 to 3 times. That's kind of the rule. Threads is an easier warm up. It's like a 48-hour warm up process. And then on day three, another 2 to 3 times post, likes, and comments. And then once you hit that on day four, you can start posting 6 to 8 times per day. And that brings me into the main and account warm ups and just how to run them. What are the main do's and don'ts of Threads? So, first off, as far as how many accounts, I see a lot of people say, oh, I'm running 3 Threads accounts, I'm not getting much traffic. The recommended from me is 10 accounts minimum because one, you're going to be able to A/B test a lot better. Two, you're going to be able to have security when using these accounts because you know that you have 10 plus behind your back. Because let's say if you have 3 accounts, right, and one gets banned, that cuts your income in 1/3. And I don't think you want that. But if you have 10 plus accounts that all have high quality Gmails, all aged properly, all warmed up properly, if 2, even 3 accounts get banned, that's like a 1/10 of your income rather than 1/3. So make sure that you have a bit of volume when creating these Threads accounts. Now, as far as content captions, these are the two main things. If you don't have good content and captions, nothing else on your Threads is going to work. This is the whole idea of Threads. It's the marketing of Threads, is how Threads work. Content, the image that you are posting and the caption that you are writing underneath it is the gold mine. That is what's going to get you views. And simply, I can't teach you how to do it. Of course, I could do it for you. I could come into your agency and know how to do it immediately, but I can't do that for you. You have to be creative. And that's where being creative will equal money in your agency. So when posting captions, my biggest captions and images, my biggest advice for you when creating content is one, create content that is captivating. If you don't know what that means, it's just the simple act of grabbing attention. So grabbing people's attention and eyes to your content. whether this be super out there and doing something super weird, or whether you have a really teasing picture. Either one, those are captivating and those create attention. So when doing content, make sure you're always trying to be different. You're trying to be creative. You're trying to be captivating, trying to stand out, because you have to also understand there is thousands of agencies, models, Instagram girls that are doing the same thing, trying to blow up just like you are. So the more different you can be, the better you're off. And as far as captions go, I'd say be real. Like a lot of people do do stupid captions like fuck me question mark, like on threads those usually do like semi well, but my biggest advice is just be realistic and be human like. So don't constantly be posting an image and be like I'm lonely, come fuck me, right? That's not going to be the best way to gain attention, because you're just begging for views at that point. Some good captions, just to spit them off like of my head, would be like PS5 Pro or me, right? One, it creates an engaging like ploy for people to comment on that video. And it also creates a video like where you can post a video to this and have people comment. So you can post a picture, but I personally prefer videos rather than pictures on threads, just because, like, again, it sets me aside from being the same as everybody else. And then as far as testing goes, self explanatory. You just need to A B test these posts versus these captions. And you'll notice, like, if you have an account and you're posting 6 to 8 times per day, you're constantly getting this, but you're not getting 1,000 likes a post, you're not getting 50 likes a post, you're kind of in and out. Keep posting on those accounts. Threads is kind of difficult when it comes to seeing if an account is actually going to do well or not. So make sure you keep testing, keep trying. But if you're posting on accounts 6 to 8 times per day and you're still getting 1 like, 0 likes, 0 likes after like 5, 6 days, then yes, it may be time to go make another account, excuse me, and just throw that one away. But as far as testing, like I said, figure out what images do best, figure out what captions do best, and you'll eventually figure out the method that Threads is liking for your model specifically. And then from there, you'll just pump out as much content as possible that you can. Now, moving on to comment baiting, the third part about threads, I want to say first off, it's very similar to tweeting and Twitter. And I want to also say that you're not going to get, as people say and hype it up, like 2 million impressions because of a comment bait. Yes, if your comment goes viral, which is very rare, but if your comment does go viral, then yes, it is very good to comment bait. But the whole main reason is just to get more eyes and the fact that everything matters. So let's say you can get 1 sub extra a day from a comment bait, right? Which is hopefully more than that. But if we are comment baiting and you're still only getting one consistent sub, that's one more eye that's subscribing to your OnlyFans page. That's one more $3 subscription that you're getting, right? So make sure you can comment bait. It's super easy process to automate. You can get VAs to do it. You can use automations to do it. It's super, super easy. And then that brings me into my third one, or fourth, excuse me, which is mass account creation. So this can be beneficial in a couple of different ways. One, mother slave strategy if you're doing black hat, and then two, follow for follow or any sort of just extra eyes on your page. So the way that I see other agencies go about mass account creation, now usually in my agency, as we do influencer management marketing, we try and have the most solid IG presence before creating a Threads account, so we can just blow up that Threads account super easy, super quickly. But if you're not doing that, and you can aim for 100+ slave accounts, and you have, let's say, 10+ mother accounts, those are all leading to those mother accounts all with OF in bio, because Threads is one of the easiest platforms to put a link in bio. You don't get banned that much. It's super easy to automate. And so, what the purpose of these are, because Threads is an organic platform, you don't want to be black hat everything on Threads. It's not what the platform is meant for, and it's really just not even worth it at that point. But what these 100 accounts do is they automate the growth for these 10 mother accounts. So they are liking, they're following, they're commenting, they're doing a bunch of work on these 10 accounts so that the algorithm goes and blows up this account, these 10 account right here, and to make those 10 your real money makers. And then these, you obviously don't care about these. If these get banned, make another one, do another thing. And you can find vendors for apps, bots, softwares that do this on Telegram. I personally don't do this, so I wouldn't know exactly where to find it. But if you want to join my Telegram, free in the description, message me and I'm sure I can get you into contact with some guy. Now, the last thing I want to cover is guaranteed results or white label work. So, if you're in my Telegram channel, you know that I actually just launched a apply to work with Unity Link, my personal agency that has generated over 7 figures for creators consistently for the past 2 years. And we are fucking so thankful for everyone in the Telegram group. Y'all are part of the big launch. I told y'all we would do it if we hit a certain number of income. So here we are now. Unity Link now offers white label work for agencies. Now, this is not a coaching program. This is not a mentorship. This is not pay and we do this. Listen, this is a partnership. So if you are a total beginner, do not come here expecting to make a bunch of money with white label work. Frankly, we won't accept you. But if you are a serious agency owner and you're looking to scale your agency by all means possible, we will take your agency from the wherever your point is at now to the next level. But there obviously is requirements, and that's what the application and the description does. Kind of filters out what we're looking for, what we're not looking for. My team will get in contact with you within 48 hours if you are an ample application. If you don't qualify, we also will let you know of that too, so you're not waiting on a response. But if you are interested in white label work, we do anything from chatting, growth management on IG, growth management on Twitter, X, all the platforms. So we basically look at what you're at, look where you want to be, and we will hold your hand and take you there while teaching you as well. And a lot of people don't do that. Whenever they hire outsourced work or white label work, a lot of the times they just hand it to them and they don't actually know. So if you relieve the agreement or you're not in a partnership with us ever again, then you will know still how to continue this work and how to be successful in the agency. Now, of course, you have to be okay with a rev split and a percentage of models. You also have to have models. We will not get models for you. We will not sign them and then give you a percentage. That's not what this is. This is a white label work for a partnership of business. So if you want to be a part of the back end work that I do behind the YouTube, behind content, behind all that shit, and you want to genuinely take your agency to the next level, I recommend checking out that application in the description. We've already had tons of applicants. Very few have been accepted. We've only accepted one applicant so far. But if you are interested, you have models and you think you have what it takes to partner with us, go ahead and fill out that application. We'll get in contact with you. And who knows, I might be talking to one of my new partners right now. But that is the whole idea of Threads. Like I said, Threads is one of the most simple platforms to understand, to comprehend. Really just about setting up those accounts, getting about 10 plus, A/B testing your content and captions, and then from there, just funneling everything back into the OF and being active on it in your chatting. So if you enjoyed the video, if you learned something, throw me a like. If you have any questions, you can message me on IG, but more preferably, join my free Telegram group in the description. I also have a free agency consultation. As you guys know, I have nothing to sell. You will not purchase anything from me or any of my links. But if you're interested in anything that I have to offer, you can check in the description. It has everything. But if you enjoyed the video, like I said, throw me a like. If not, either way, it's been Griffin, and peace out.